I'm tired of the white tears. Listen, if you are competent, you are not concerned.
She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
She's a very low IQ person.
We done picking cotton.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. She's a very low IQ person.
Baby. No one. Listen, you are a loser.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Crockett has been defeated. As you guys, I'm sure, already know, come get into this story a little bit late. Jasmine Crockett got her freaking ass handed to her in the Democrat primary out there in the Texas Senate, raised by James Tallarico. Okay, another radical weirdo, but he hasn't been as loud and as off-putting as Crockett. So even though this happened and everybody expected it, Jasmine Crockett is still out here crying like a baby because she's sad that she got her butt whooped.
No one. I gotta get through this. 6 years ago, no one believed that I could become a state representative.
So the only people that are crying are the mediocre white boys that have been beaten out by people that historically have had to work so much harder.
A few moments later.
And I woke up still heartbroken.
Bear in mind that this is her own party throwing her under the bus, okay? They thought the white man was stronger, more powerful, more competent than the black woman. Okay, they thought that he was better, and a bunch of voters apparently agreed.
Before we go further, I want to acknowledge that our trans community needs abortion care too. Did they teach you in Sunday school that Jesus Christ himself was a radical feminist?
Guys, even though the Democrats have spent the last 4, really more than that, years telling us that talking about elections being rigged is against the law and that she should be locked up for it, Jasmine Crockett is out here doing that exact same thing.
A white guy just beat a black woman in the Texas Democratic Senate primary. Jasmine Crockett conceding the race against James Tallarico just this morning. But last night she was crashing out, claiming foul play and accusing Republicans of cheating.
So long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it.
This is what Republicans like to do. And so they specifically targeted Dallas County, and I think we all know why.
So there was a Democrat primary in Dallas, which the Democrats control, and the Republicans stole the election?
Yeah.
Got it.
That's what she's trying to claim. Look, if the Republicans were cheating in this Democratic primary and somehow, she would have won.
Right.
Because they wanted to run against her.
Right.
What happened is that James Tallarico ran against her. He won decisively.
Because why wouldn't she? Of course, people would never think that she wasn't the best person for the job. They would think that she was, but couldn't cast their vote. Or there was some other reason, be it gerrymandering or otherwise, why something was just unfair, even though she was cheering on Gavin Newsom gerrymandering out in California. Guys, this stuff is a joke. Everybody knows that politicians and political leaders, be it governors or others, do things to make it more difficult to win elections in certain areas. They're going to do the gerrymandering. Okay, they're going to pull stunts. I mean, I don't know about this stunt Tallarico pulled with Colbert, where he straight up finessed the situation. They pulled a rabbit out of a hat with Tallarico and said, hey, Trump's suppressing my ability to be interviewed and be on television. Of course, Jasmine Crockett said that wasn't true.
Got you skeptical. Well, look, well, let's just admit, it was an op, right? I mean, Trump had nothing to do with it. It was CBS's lawyers that had raised internal issues about it. I mean, it was a total sort of a hoax about how they position it. But I tend to agree.
Details.
I know. Well, I'm glad that's what you think. But I tend to agree.
Democrats...
I'll tell you this. It showed where the Democratic establishment is on it. They don't want Crockett. I think the Republicans would love to run against Jasmine Crockett because she's easier to paint as a radical. But it kind of showed you where the power brokers in the Democratic
You
Party.
think Tallarico would be harder for Republicans to run against? He has more crossover appeal, you think?
Probably, although I still think he's an extremist. But Crockett is easier to paint as a radical. I think that's become clear.
Crockett was actually right about something for once, and the damage was already done, guys. It was too late, not to mention that Crockett already damaged her own reputation. Here's where Crockett failed. Okay, she wasn't consistently the same person. She tried to pull a Marjorie Taylor Greene, come out here just screaming, and then try to reel it back in at the last minute like, hey, believe who I am now, not who I've shown you who I was for literally years.
Quote, all the complexities within the Latino community. The immigration thing has always been something that has perplexed me about this community. It's basically like, I fought to get here, but I left y'all where I left y'all, and I want no more y'all to come here. If I wanted to be with y'all, I would stay with y'all, but I don't want y'all coming to my new home. It almost reminds me of what people would talk about when they would talk about kind of like slave mentality and the hate that some slaves would have for themselves. It's almost like a slave mentality that they have. Now, about the time that was published last year, around 1 million Latino voters in Texas were voting for Trump. Do they all have slave mentality?
People weren't falling for it. I think that Crockett, in a sense, would not have ever been as successful as she was if she wasn't as volatile and loud and crazy and saying ridiculous things. But at the same time, a lot of people were turned off by it. So in a sense, she might have kind of partially accomplished her goal. She became more relevant because people actually know who she is because of all the vitriol that used to come from her. But at the same time, turned a lot of people off, and people don't respect her, and people don't even know who's the real her. Is Crockett some ghetto bird brain, or is she articulate and smart and strategic and was just playing the entire time? Honestly, guys, I'm not even sure. A lot of people are saying that she's just being fake and she's really articulate. Some people think that she's secretly ghetto and she was just pretending to whitewash herself or something. I really don't know who the hell she is, and I think that's a problem for a lot of people. Either way, she deserved to get her ass whooped, and I could not be happier because Tallarico's going to get his butt kicked by the Republicans in the general election anyway, so it makes no difference to me. Jasmine Crockett, you fired. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
This is not America! Okay, I'm so upset. I cannot believe this is happening to our country. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Governor Abbott. All y'all. Shame. Shame. Shame on you guys. This is ridiculous. You're going to do whatever you can to suppress our votes. You already gerrymandered everything. And you just got to make it worse. You just got to make it harder, huh? It's okay. I still fucking voted, you bastards.